Who's there? Please don't hurt. Emile, is that you? Where is Haladan? Is he all right? Auriel, forgive me. Please listen carefully. Emile did not murder Haladan. I swear it. The two of them only sought to help me. I suffered from a mysterious affliction. Haladan and Emile infected me with vampirism to halt the disease's progress. Gods, no! I came here with my companion Gerwadel. By the time we arrived, her illness was terminal. Emile tried to administer the cure to her too, but she broke free and attacked Haladan. There was so much shouting. I thought maybe they escaped. Stone abominations. Vampiric alchemy. If the Sabiarchs found out that Haladan had a hand in this tragedy, they would strike his name from the histories. Emile would never let that happen. Read Haladan's notes, you'll see the truth of it. They called it osteochondritic fever, a rare virus that hardens the skin like stone and oyster shell. And as if that weren't bad enough, it also drives you insane. Gerwadel had already succumbed to the madness when she attacked Haladan. We were part of a merchant fleet that got blown off course, wound up beached on an island full of slowed mischief. Something in the air there, or perhaps the water. All of us were infected. So far as I know, I'm the only one that survived. Truthfully, because he was the kindest, most generous mayor I've ever known. We were childhood friends, you see. When I wrote to him about my condition, he didn't even hesitate. He just bid me come to Lilandra, no questions asked. I believe so. The fog is gone. The flop sweats and sleepless nights with dreams of blood and stone. But the cost was high. Too high. Poor Haladan. Yes, I can feel it creeping up the back of my throat. That thirst. It was just a tickle at first. Now, who knows how far it will go? Emile brewed this form of the virus alchemically. Maybe this will pass and I won't need to feed it all. I can hope. Never. Enough people have suffered on my account. My new condition does have a few benefits. My senses are keener now than they've ever been. I can hear the flutter of a moth's wings and smell lichens in the next room. Hurry to Lilandra, prove Emile's innocence. I'll find my way. Somehow.
What? No. No, you're mistaken. No, no, no. You can't believe her. She's lying. I attacked Haladon. I killed him. You're making this up. No one will believe it. No. Please, you must burn those notes. If the Sapiarchs learn what Haladon and I did, he'll be ruined. Disgraced. All his work will be for nothing. And Norasea... Mara, save me. Poor Norasea. They'll kill her. Please, you must keep this a secret.
Disgraceful!
By Magnus, if what you say is true, Emile's innocent. You seem hesitant. Don't get bogged down in the details of his experiments. The important thing is that he didn't murder Haladon. You have to take this to the Sapiarchs.
Hey, what are you... gods?
She's a vampire. I grew up in Shornhelm, and I know how dangerous they are. They drink people's blood for Mara's sake. Look, I pity Norasea, but we can't destroy Emile's life over one bad decision. Setting a vampire free is reckless. You know that. Haladon's dead, and if he truly loved Emile, he would gladly suffer humiliation to keep his beloved out of prison. You know that. As for the Guild endures. We'll be fine. Just do the right thing.
Poor Emile. He meant well. But these are shocking revelations. I never thought he'd be so reckless. Creating a potion to deliberately infect someone with vampirism? By the eight. If this gets out, the Sapiarchs may never trust us again. I care for Emile, but I have a whole guild to consider. We've brought many outsiders to Somerset, and our relations here are tenuous at best. Even if Emile didn't murder Haladon, creating a potion this hazardous is still grounds for exile. I spoke to Sapiarch Saratarel. If Emile makes a full confession, the Sapiarchs will let us handle the details of his imprisonment. I've arranged for Emile to return to Stormhaven. A familiar setting, sympathetic guards. It's the best I can do. No, but then there are many forms of freedom. Wouldn't you agree? Emile will have access to our vast library and ample opportunity to write and publish. He can still play a vital role in the advancement of the arcane arts. You have my word.
There's nothing to consider. Even if I didn't kill Haladon, the vampirism was my idea. He never would have agreed to it if I hadn't pushed him. Haladon meant more to me than you'll ever know. His memory is all I have left. Don't ruin it. Please. Curse you! Do you think I want freedom? I want Norasea to be safe. I want Haladon to be remembered. I want his sacrifice to mean something. How can you take that away from me?
You have new evidence to present? Very well. I trust your investigation was thorough and unbiased? Or rather, as thorough and unbiased as an itinerant newcomer can manage. What new evidence do you wish to enter into the official record? This handwriting... Yes, I'd recognize Haladon's penmanship anywhere. Sirabani's ring. How could he be so foolish? Brewing up alchemical vampirism? Experimenting in secret? I cannot believe one of our own could be so reckless. Had he only spoken to us? Do you see now the bitter fruits of heedless magic? This is what happens when you turn away from tradition. Regardless, it appears you were right. Emile did not kill Haladan. I will nullify his conviction. Emile is free to leave our island, permanently. The Sapiarchs and the Mages Guild clearly have a long way to go before we can rely upon each other. As for you, I must confess I find your diligence commendable. Take this, and my apologies. I will sign Emile's release papers immediately, but I will also insist on his exile from Somerset. The Mages Guild can decide what they want to do to him once he leaves. The Sapiarchs will have nothing more to do with this amateurish farce. We will scrub it clean. The Sapiarchs cannot allow the works of a heedless fool to sully our shelves. Haladan knew the costs of embarrassing our order when he joined. Those who shame us, living or dead, must suffer. We will hunt her down and destroy her. This brings me no pleasure, I assure you. But we cannot allow an alchemically bred vampire to roam our lands unchecked. You may